You guys voted for the Hawks today, as we only have two teams left out of this: the Wizards and the Warriors. Hawks by Frost Productions, Tar Orion, and then you should do the competition. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more in this episode. I'm gonna keep talking about it in these last few episodes. That way, we kind of get the drift and see where you guys really want to take it. And then Hawks or Golden State, and Hawks, please. So that's what we're gonna do today. Warriors. I'm gonna probably do Warriors next because Warriors for the series finale would be really boring because their offseason is gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be great. So I'm not gonna do it. And that's it for me, guys. Though I hope you all enjoy it, and make sure to leave a like if you do, and subscribe. What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Predicting the Offseason series. And today we're doing the Atlanta Hawks. Earlier today we did the Phoenix Suns, and you guys seem to enjoy that one. Most of you voted Hawks for this one, so this is the team we're going to be doing today. So this team recently just made a trade for Marco Bellinelli and Miles Plumlee. So I don't really understand this trade. They also got a pick out of it. I don't really understand this trade that much. This team is in trouble now because I honestly don't know why Paul Millsap would want to resign now, because the team is looking like absolute garbage. So I don't know why. Well, not garbage. Again, let me not go that far. I don't know why I said it. We're absolute garbage, but this team is looking like it's in a bad position now. Like, I think they've recently made the playoffs for like the last 30. What? No, not 30 years. Like the last. I don't know. They've made the playoffs several times in a row, and now that looks like it's going to be in trouble because this team is in an interesting position because Paul Millsap walks. I don't know if Paul Millsap wants to come back. Tim Hardaway, you have a good chance of getting him back, but there's a chance he could walk away as well. So what I'm going to do, though, my free agents, I'm going to offer Tim Hardaway a contract. I'm going to try to get him back. Paul Millsap, I think, is as good as gone. I don't think he's going to come back to Atlanta now. I don't think there's any chance he can win a championship in Atlanta, and maybe he's hungry for a championship. So maybe he goes elsewhere, and I don't know why he'd want to come back to Atlanta anyway. It's kind of a wreck here. They give Kent Bazemore a huge contract, a while back, and the Hawks really should just start the rebuilding process because this team is still, decent. They just drafted John Collins, so that's gonna be good for him. But other than that, they need to start the rebuilding process for sure because Paul Millsap walks, Tim Hardaway, maybe he doesn't come back, and then you're stuck with Dennis Schroeder, which is fine. He's a young up-and-coming point guard. So you have a future there a little bit. But I think you just need to start realizing that you probably need to start rebuilding. So that's what I think they should do. Is there anyone that's going to take on Kent Bazemore's contract? Probably not. And then we're stuck with Miles Plumlee's contract. In the Hornets video, I predicted that there's no way that the Hornets would be able to trade this guy because of his contract. But boy, was I wrong. The Hawks, were like, we'll take him. So I'm going to dump him. I don't even care. They're probably not going to be able to get rid of him again. But I don't know. I was kind of surprised the Hawks were able to get rid of him, though. Or, the Hornets were able to. I guess I'll keep Kent Bazemore. John Collins is nice. So really what I really want to do is sign back Tim Hardaway and then get a center. And yeah, and our small forward position isn't the best either, although Taurean Prince is a nice young asset for them too. So maybe they should start going young. This team should. So does Tim Hardaway accept yet? He does not. He still doesn't. All right, let me stop doing that. Let's see his offers. Okay, they're all from us, so I'm not worried about giving him another offer. Jeff Teague back to Atlanta wouldn't make much sense. We already have a point guard, so not really worried about that. Small forwards is something we should have been kind of worried about, though. I feel like I signed Shabazz Muhammad a lot, so I'm going to refrain from that. Cephalosha used to play for Atlanta. Otto Porter, Iguodala, Bojan Bogdanovic. Maybe a guy like Tyreek Evans. I don't know. Center. We did need a center, though. Maybe we go out and grab Mason Plumlee. These guys all signed, so I guess I'll bring them all in. Malcolm Delaney, backup point guard. Malcolm Delaney, backup shooting guard, whatever. Tariq Evans, Kent Bazemore, fine with that. And Taurean Prince. John Collins, I don't mind him starting the power forward. He's only 18, Jesus. Mason Plumlee can run the center position. Fine by me. We still have 14 million in cap space. Do we want to use that to our advantage? Do we want to sign a better power forward than this? I mean, I guess we can get Ersan back to be a backup power forward, so we can do that. That's fine with me. But I think that's all I'm going to do. Like, the Hawks, they're just kind of in this awkward position where they're about to be forced to kind of rebuild. And I don't think they want to, but they're kind of in the moment where they're going to have to. Because if Paul Millsap walks, which I think he will, you are stuck with Dennis Schroeder. You don't even know if you're going to get Tim Hardaway back. And then you're stuck. You got John Collins, got Taurean Prince, and you got Dennis Schroeder. That's a nice three that you start building around, though. I feel like that's a decent three. You should start considering giving more minutes to. Those are your guys, and I feel like Mike Budenholzer can coach those guys up just fine. So who doesn't deserve minutes in this rotation? It's Raul Neto, and don't want you in the rotation. Okay, so Ken Bazemore still in the rotation. Taurean Prince is the first one off the bench. Tariq Evans, Ersan. I actually want to start John Collins over Ersan. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna have Ersan the first man off the bench though. And we have 3 small forwards in the rotation. I've noticed that. Okay, let's do this. Marco Bellinelli does not need that much minutes. Kent Bazemore 19. Collins can get about 25, and then I'll give Ersan 27, and then I'll give Dennis Schroeder 36, Tim Hardaway, Tariq Evans, John Collins. Oh well, they're 2. I'll give John Collins more minutes. Okay, so I guess that's how we're gonna do it. Yeah, it's gonna be our rotation for now. Gonna stop the trade deadline to make some trades. Probably trade away Kent Bazemore because just don't need him. He's you know, a lot of money, and I think the Hawks should consider starting to trade him. So at the trade deadline, we are currently 17-41. So you know, this is kind of something you might expect out of the Hawks next season. If you guys are Hawks fans, this is just my opinion, okay? Just if you lose Paul Millsap and you lose all these guys, maybe you're able to sign someone, like do a quick signing or something like that. But maybe you guys should consider starting the rebuild process and start acquiring new assets because, you know, the era of Jeff Teague, Al Horford, who else am I missing? Paul Millsap, that just didn't work. You know, Al Horford ended up leaving. You guys ended up trading Jeff Teague. Dennis Schroeder used to come off the bench. That was a good run for you guys. That was quite possibly a championship team if LeBron wasn't in the way. But unfortunately, LeBron runs the East until proven otherwise. So really what needs to happen, I feel like, is we need to start embracing the young assets. I feel like this is what this team needs to start doing. So, and start embracing the young assets that you guys have. So we're going to start to try to acquire draft picks here at the trade deadline because I feel like that's would be the best scenario. If we can get rid of Kent Bazemore, that would be cool. If we can get rid of Ersan, if we can get rid of, okay, not get rid of. All right, let's just try to trade Kent Bazemore for a pick straight up. I don't even care what pick we get. What if, like, I get the Hornets pick? They can't even take that. So, well, let me go to Trade Finder and then try to figure out if I can add a pick. I will add Ersan as well in this trade because, you know, maybe a win now team could take these 2 pieces and use them to their advantage really well. But Kent Bazemore and Ersan just not fit in the books anymore. Cody Zeller, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, that is nice young assets, but I don't know why the Hornets would ever trade Cody Zeller. They're very high on him, so I will not take that. The Lakers probably didn't want to do that either. The Pacers, I can see the Pacers maybe doing it. Al Jefferson, Shabazz, we can get Shabazz. Beverly, then get Kent Bazemore, and we get Ryan Anderson. Not going to do that. Gorgie Dang. Okay, I'm going to go with the Pacers. We acquire 1-year deals here, so that's a good thing. But if we can get a first round, if we can get their 2018 pick, and then we give them a future 2019 pick or something like that, maybe that's not a lot of protected Timberwolves pick. And how much cap space do they have? Not much. So if we give them no, they can't do that. So let's just see what they say to this. If they take this, no, they don't. I didn't think they were gonna take that. We kind of finessing them here. Trade them a future Cavaliers top 10 pick as well, and they take it. So actually, we just acquired the Pacers' first pick in the draft, so that's quite nice. We got rid of some cap space and got some one-year deals, and that's good. That's good. So Al Jefferson's on a player option, but most likely will decline. Monte Ellis is too, so he'll decline. Well, actually, I guess Al Jefferson's a team option, and then Monte Ellis will most likely opt out. So, like I'm saying, just start embracing the young. Just start embracing that, because that's what this team really needs to start considering. Considering that, you know, right now it's just not going so well. John Collins and Taurean Prince are in the rotation now. I kind of like that. Tyreke Evans, Monte Ellis. I feel like Tyreke Evans is another guy that could be traded eventually, but I'm gonna keep him for now. He's still kind of young. He's not that old. Bellinelli is gonna walk after the season. Delaney should walk. Taurean Prince, Bembry can come back. John Collins definitely. Tariq Black and Raul Neto couldn't walk. I think they were just signed on the veteran minimums anyway, because 2K does that for you. But other than that, I think it's good. I think it's good. Mason Plumlee is still kind of young. Tim Hardaway is a nice player to pair up with Dennis Schroeder. That's a nice young backcourt. About 15 mil a year for both these guys. So they're locked up for 4 years together. Quite possibly 4 years, I guess. But I think that's a pretty good trade deadline for the Hawks, considering the situation they're in. Acquire a draft pick, maybe even another one as well, and then simulate through the season. We're not going to make the playoffs, so I guess I'll go ahead and just talk to you guys right now. So we've been talking about the rebuild competition thing, and you know, I'm very excited that some of you guys are very intrigued by the idea. Like, just the only way I think I could make it work is if we, like, you guys are gonna have to follow me. I'll leave my name on here right now. You guys are gonna have to follow me on Instagram or Twitter. It doesn't matter. You can either, yeah, just DM me your screenshots of the team you rebuild, and then, like, we'll get in more of that detail when we start it though. But yeah, well, if you don't have one, just, I don't know, you can just make one if you want to be part of the competition and quite possibly win a prize. So if you really care about winning a prize, then just go ahead and make one or whatever. But other than that, we'll get down the line to that. But I'm just very happy some of you guys are intrigued by the idea. So that's all I really want to say. John Collins does make the all-rookie second team. So cool to see that. Let's see the final stats. So Tim Hardaway, Dennis Schroeder, solid points. Tyreke Evans, Al Jefferson did pretty good, and John Collins showed a nice game for us. So that quite possibly is a good thing to see for Atlanta. So like I was saying though, you know, when we get down the road to that rebuilding competition, first I want to get this series out of the way. We only have 2 more episodes left. I'm gonna record the Warriors right after this, because I don't want to do the Warriors for the last episode, because theirs is going to be very boring, kind of like Atlanta's just was. It wasn't the best, and I feel like the Wizards, I could make a championship team possibly, because they are pretty close. I'm not going to lie, they just need a little bit more pieces, but I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to record the Warriors season right after this. But other than that, guys, we'll talk about it more and more when we get down to the last episode. When I do the Warriors episode, I'm going to just talk about it a lot, so we can start, you know, maybe, you know, getting into the drift of things and starting a new series with you guys. But other than that, I'm going to go. This is Crushables. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And tell your friends about the competition that we might be holding. You know, they might want to do it too. This is Crushables, and I'm saying peace.